Okay, so we've spent this last few days filming at the White Bear Lake Disc Golf Course, getting real raw feedback of what the disc golfers think of the Swishbucket. This is the most final prototype we have, and from this point forward we're going to be making very few changes. We've implemented the idea of tongs so you don't have to get your hands wet. We've added a towel as well, which is pretty necessary. The last part that might change is the top. We might cover it with a rubber seal to prevent evaporation or foreign objects being put into the Swishbucket. Hey, thanks for giving this a try. How often do you play disc golf?
2 to 3 times a week.
Nice. So you're regular, you would say.
Yep, during the good weather, I definitely am.
Sweet. Right off the bat, what do you think of the concept of a disc washer?
I think it'd be handy. I think especially this time of year, it'd probably extend the season a little bit, give you something to clean your disc. I think it's good deal.
If there was one out on the course, would you use it?
Definitely.
You would? Okay. Why don't you give it a try? It's pretty easy to use. You can use your hands, or if you don't want to get your hands wet, you can do the tongs. So, yep. And hold on to it nice and tight, and just stick it in and out of there. And it's as simple as that. There's chemical-free water in there and brushes. And that's it. And then when you're done, there's a towel to dry it off. Tongs, give it a whirl. And latch them on to the disc. Yep. And then push it through like that until you feel that it's clean enough. And then there's a towel that you can dry it off on. So I'll hand you the pair of tongs, and you can just kind of go at it yourself. You'll find that it's pretty easy to use. You can go up and down and side to side, and it's about as simple as that. That's definitely nice. Pretty easy to use. Yeah, really. Sweet. One thing that we're focusing on with the Swishbucket is easy maintenance. This water is going to get dirty, and we want to make changing the water as simple as possible. So I'm going to demonstrate how we are doing that. Once the water is out, you have the opportunity of rinsing it with a hose, or you can tilt it back to the upright position and refill it with water. We will be selling locks with the product so that disc golfers or vandalists cannot come out and empty the water at their own will. If you were out at a course, how many could you perceive being installed? One every hole, one per course, or somewhere in between?
Probably, if it was an 18-hole course, maybe one every 3 or 4 holes, I think would be beneficial.
Do you think a clean disc flies better?
I don't think it necessarily flies better. I think it's more of a sense of, having a better grip on it if it's clean. I think most players carry on a towel, so they wipe off their discs like that. So
right.
I know when I'm playing, I basically wipe it off every time before I throw. So
it's about the grip then,
yeah, I think
getting a good toss.
Yeah.
First question is, how often do you play disc golf?
3 or 4 times a week.
Really? Okay, fantastic. And right off the bat, what do you think about the Swishbucket?
Looks interesting. It's
okay.
Always good to have when the courses are muddy.
Okay, so do you think you would use it if you had a muddy disc that you wanted to clean? You would? Okay,
sure.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what, let's
To be completely honest, I don't know if there's necessarily a need. I guess I haven't come across a time yet in my limited experience where it's been so full of mud or dirt or whatever that I felt like it needs to be washed. But
good.
At the same time, if it's there, if it was at every single tee off,
you'd maybe use it.
Probably use
a
it,
dirty disc. Well, cool. If you were going to have a Swishbucket, what color would it be?
I like blue.
You like blue? Okay.
It's kind of easy to see, like the garbage cans they place around here. So.
Okay. Cool. So that's it. What do you think? Any other thoughts?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah? You'd use one if
Cleaned
you
it up.
came out on a course?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Very good, thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Do you ever get a dirty disc?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. If there was one at a course, would you use it?
I would.
Okay.
I would. Keep it by a muddy hole.
Yeah,
You know?
okay. And just swish it in and out of the top until you're satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a towel for you when you're done. Take those tongs. So if your disc was...
maybe it's this course. Some courses you do get more like loose dirt on them. And if you're playing in the grass, it's not so bad. But sometimes there's like muddy spots in the woods or whatever.
Sure. If your disc got muddy, would you wash it in the swish bucket?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd play better with a clean disc?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Cool. Alright, appreciate it. Do you swish it in and out of the swish bucket until you feel that it's clean enough? And then when you're ready, there's a towel, and it's about as simple as that. I can take the time. So do you think you would play better if your disc was clean? Make it easier to hold, okay. You get a good grip on your disc, and then in and out until you feel that it's clean enough.
My disc is pretty dirty.
Good. You came out at the right day.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Okay. So then I'll take the tongs from you, and then you have the towel.
It's a lot better.
So what do you think about the swish bucket?
I think it works pretty well.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Would you use it if there was one out at a disc golf course?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. How often do you play disc golf?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Nice. That's the first we've heard. You are loyal. If your discs are dirty, would you use a swish bucket to clean one?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, after you try it out, we'll get an answer from you.
Okay.
So just grab the tongs here and get a good tight grip on your disc. Yep. And then just swish it in and out, and there's brushes on the inside of it and chemical-free water. Yep. So when you're all finished up, you just wipe it off with a towel. I can take your tongs from you. Thank you. So if these were going to be out on this course, what do you think is a good amount?
I'd say half the number of holes, so one every 2 holes.
Every 2 holes, okay. What color do you think a swish bucket should be?
Oh, blue's pretty nice. Something bright though, people need to see them.
To be able to see it, okay. And the big question is, would you play better with a clean disc?
There are days I definitely would play better with the clean disc, yes,
Okay.
that's for sure.
Do you ever have issues with dirty discs?
Oh, all the time. Sandy, muddy.
Okay,
Every time they hit the ground, they get a little bit dirtier. so-
right. How do you clean your discs right now?
Just a rag.
Just a towel? Okay,
Yep.
very good. Okay, you can throw a shiny disc.
Definitely something I'd use.
Cool, appreciate
Thanks.
it a lot, thank you.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you know, I'm always coming up with ideas. And I was out on the course one day and saw some disc golfers wiping the mud off their discs on the ground. So I said, okay, they got a dirty disc problem. Someone came up with a golf ball washer, and that was successful. So I said, okay, we'll spin off of that concept and we'll make a disc washer. And my goal was to design this to be as simple as possible. And it is simple, and it works, and we've got some pretty good feedback so far.